just didn't work out very well for that. And also, I mean, roam-wise, at least now you have Boxy here on this Atlas. When what we've seen a lot of the times, and we talked about it previously, is just the fact that Flicker Fatal Links is literally fatal, right? So that's what we're seeing. This time also, Lord Kid rolling with that Fighter Emblem and Festival of Blood wants to be able to sustain a little bit longer. Meanwhile, right, Sensei rolling with that Jungle Emblem, what we're used to seeing here with that Demon Slayer. So we'll be looking to take those objectives early on, already forcing that early flicker out from Razzle as well.
Yep, I like what See You Soon is doing right now. Compared to what they did from the previous matchup, they are just continuously making the pressure. This time around, it is going to be Rizel catching that Bats impact, but not going to be enough for him to go down. As See You Soon and AUG3 basically just racking up the items and farm. However, it is Lord Kid once again, man, getting that orange objective from Sensei, and he wants to go in with the fight immediately, just using the Beyblade and shooting his way into enemy territory, but it is still See You Soon. No casualties as of the moment, but Lord Kid will immediately go back, and not a Sensei though, because I have to say this Demon Slayer has continuously helped the Akai in order for him to be able to farm, most especially in less than 30 seconds, the turtle is about to spawn.
I mean, it's good. It was really confident there for Lord Kid to go in, 1 versus 2 or 3 there. But it's a great thing that no one went down for See You Soon, right? So that's the best case scenario, because you don't want to give up any of those early kills already to Lord Kid, because you saw him play this Fanny the previous game. The guy's insane, right? So they got to be careful of that. And notice, too, they're putting a lot more focus here to not allow Sebteezy to have such a good time either, right? He has no early kill this time around, so they're going to play around that. Meanwhile, this first turtle is up. Like I said, the Jungle Emblem is on Sensei. They're going to want to contest this most likely, but you can already see Lord Kid's going to start it up. Not sure if he should be able to get it, because look at the zoning actually coming out here from Rusty alone. So surprisingly, that just goes in the hands. But first, blood going to be drawn by Sebteezy once again and taking out Sensei. Sensei was thinking, let me trade the turtle to take the purple buff from Lord Kid, because that's how we stall out the Fanny. Unfortunately, Sebteezy and the boys were there, right? And they take out Sensei. So what? And now look, Sebteezy has that purple buff.
They basically said, nope, not going to happen today, as it is going to be a deja vu moment, technically, for the rest of the members of AUG3. And Ra cut out to at least a quarter of his health, using that sprint to be able to get away. Meanwhile, AUG3 is still absolutely confident with the engage that they would want. Run here, using those pellets, but not going to be able to hit as Sebteezy right here, right now, using that Wesker. Not enough damage, though. However, Boxy going to be using that Fatal Links to be able to put Rizel onto the other side. And at the same time, there we go. The end game coming in from AUG3 Esports, as Boxy might go down at this point, and Sensei onto the backside. Will they be able to help them? However, the heavy spin instead landed onto Rizel, so Rizel might just be able to stay alive at that point. And Yakuza just using that Void Crystal to zone them out. A series of unfortunate events for the side of See You Soon, but AUG3 converts with the kills once again.
Man, that feels bad if you're Sensei, right? You had a plan there, and unfortunately it did not work out for you. And it's tough, because, 4 minute mark, Sebteezy picking up that BOD, had that early kill once again. The first blood went over to him. So already that's going to be a much harder lane for Run. And now look at all the members here on the bottom side of the map, right? Rusty's going to be fine, though. This is one of the upsides of having that Uranus pick. Just even if 2-3 people come to focus you down, you're good. And, there's not much you can do there. Again, as I just said, Run is going to have a hard time in this lane. Sebteezy taking control, doesn't want to get Fatal Links, so he's like, just to be safe, let me go ahead and flicker here, right? But he's always protected by Razzle, and that's what's working so well for him. As I said, focus on gold lanes. Let them have a vacation early on. If they can get some early kills, great. As long as they can get items, and that's exactly what they're allowing Sebteezy to do here.
Man, and at the same time, it's Rusty basically catching the attention of the rest of the members of See You Soon. But meanwhile, onto the top lane, it is going to be a Rizel going down finally for the side of AUG3 Esports. As See You Soon is slowly catching up, trying to make up for lost time and lost gold over here on to the top side. But still, it's still a tough area to climb because you are talking about 2K in terms of gold lead that is being taken here by AUG3 Esports. But on to this specific advantage that we were talking about, it is going to be Rise Up back at it again, but no hooks is going to happen, which is why the Fatal Links won't be able to hit anyone. And it is Boxy landed by the Nibiru's Passion in the Wesker, man. A failed attempt from See You Soon makes a capitalization coming in from AUG3 Esports. They are going to be looking for another of the heroes of See You Soon. It is going to be Run catching. Will he be able to hit that iron hook? And it will. Nice timing coming in from the rest of the members of AUG3 Esports. And with those two fatal kills, even without the fatal links, AUG3 was able to position themselves to be able to take another turtle. And that's the end of the team fight.
As I said, man, just make everybody else shine here. Lord Kid hasn't really had to do anything. Right, he knows that everybody's fine. Now he's actually going to go under the lane here, actually just showing himself. Rusty, like I said, wants to go and just show himself too, because that's exactly what Uranus does here. But right now, man, it's just the Rizel show once again. Rizel and Sevtizi. Sevtizi really profiting on Rizel. Those setups that he's doing with iron hooks. And, I mean, you can see the frustration in See You Soon. They're trying to force plays here. That's what we saw previously with Boxy, right? He's trying to look for those Fatal Link moments. But even if they find them, it's very difficult right now because look at Run. He's 0-2. He probably can't match the damage that is on the side of AUG3. I mean, they're 4K gold behind. Here's another turtle. This could be a big moment for them because they're looking like they want to contest this one, actually, right? They have 4 members here, but also Felix making his way there. They don't want to give this one up just yet.
Yup, and so far it is going to be Defani taking it once again. And Rizel using the flicker to be able to get away, but no Fatal Links is going to be right there. But a real word is onto the backside. Nibiru's Passion. And Fanny, Lord Kid is making sure that the Sensei will be going down at that specific juncture. It is going to be Run using that crossbow of Tang, hopefully, but no procs immediately happening here for the side of See You Soon. And that is an immediate disengage because off cam is going to be another turret taken down by the minions. Just take a look at this, man. Even the minions are helping them in their cause for the objective.
Oh, no. I don't think there's anywhere where Run can go here, right? There's nowhere to run. So he gets taken out. But that's the thing, too. Big item pickups for Sevtizi and Lord Kid, both picking up the Malefic Aurora here. So their damage already, especially towards Boxy and Sensei, is going to be much better because that's what they're dealing with. And, I mean, at this point, they're going to open up the map here with one more hit on that tier 1 turret, which they need because that leads into the Lord. But now, the setup.
The setup doesn't really happen for the rest of the members of See You Soon, as it is Sevtizi once again, bro. And Rusty onto the backside. The hook lands with a heavy spin is going to be right there for the assistance just to be able to make it out. And it's AUG3 once again taking a look at the items and the graph at the same time. It's just too much and too early for AUG3.
Man, do not be great at defense or actually contest these lore takes and somehow come out on top. But, it's a difficult situation to be in because they're also 6K gold behind at this point.
Yep, but in some way, there's still a possibility for them to be able to bounce back on this game, right? We're talking about because AUG3 is somewhat freezing the lanes and not giving a lot of objectives to See You Soon. So it's going to be up to AUG3 this time around to get the Lord, and it seems like it will be uncontestedly unless Sensei is going to be doing something about it, not actually going to be using the heavy spin, and they will be bursted down. Felix Boyoloy and the rest of the members of See You Soon will be going out and about, and it's AUG3 zoning things out, and the potential of this squad of basically sustaining the team fights is absolutely marvelous. Clean slate, clean pickup, and a clean overtake of the Lord. There's more.
Yeah, they find another kill there. I was just going to say, they're happy with that one kill. They back off, that they make the disciplined choice. And, I mean, on top of that, the cherry on top of that ice cream was basically finding Run there. And Run has had such a difficult game. He's 0-4 right now on this 1-1. It started once again. There's a hook. And the lockdown,
Oh.
nothing he can do there, right? And this is, once again, the Razzle show. The guy has just been landing hook after hook. There's Lord Kid under the turret.
Yup, and so far the Force is not going to be able to make anyone as a casualty, and instead it is going to be the sniper coming in from Seb Teasy, man. If you don't want to give us the turrets, we'll take your lives instead. Absolutely welcome. Right over here as AUG3 just styling on See You Soon right now, taking one turret after another with the Lord onto the bot side, and it is going to be the real word being unleashed here by the side of AUG3. Meanwhile, onto the bot side, it is the Iron Hook not being able to hit, but it's Rusty from the top side making sure that the Atlas is gonna go down, so no setups coming in from See You Soon is about to be transpiring here for the Cambodian squad, as Rusty will continue to annoy, and AUG3 will continue to strike with the Iron Hook, but it will not hit. But the Void Crystal is gonna be there to poke Run at the same time, and this is difficulty with the 1-1 that we've been continuously mentioning about for a while ago, and it is gonna be another high note, but fortunately for them, it is gonna be the heavy spin at the same time landing the rest of the members in, but no, the Demonic Force is gonna hit, but Sensei might just go down in the process as well, as Lord Kid catching down the damage, and it looks like See You Soon is turning things around, but no, Rusty still the sustain hero that he is, man. AUG3 being pushed back, and See You Soon still having all of their inhibitors alive.
I mean, Razzle just took the Lethal Wanderer too. Like I said, the guy is on point with his iron hooks right now. Run cannot get a break. Run was just trying to get the Lethal Wanderer, and that gets stolen from him. So, I mean, you can see the apparent difference here for gold laners, right? The damage is not there, and now Lord Kid 1 versus 3. Jeez, this guy's not scared of anything, right? Again, going back to my point, man, like, Run does not get a break here. Even though they got a kill there, they're trying to turn things around. They're still almost 10 gold behind. They have 0 turrets. So even if they got a kill there on Sev Teasy, just because AUG3 was chilling in the base a little bit longer than they probably should have, as they were trying to get those inhibitor turrets down, still very, very hard to come back here. And now the initiation.
Yup, although the Fatal Links is going to be right there, so they're absolutely surrounded, and Rizal is going to go down. Crossbow Tang is going to be able to hit Rusty, but Rusty might just be able to stay alive, popping up the brutality. At the same time, Felix Boyloy knows where the rest of the members are going to be coming from, which is why the Uranus will go down, and it is See You Soon actually thriving, but Lord Kid out to the backside, man. He's not stopping with his side lane pushes that they've been doing as the Fanny, which is why the rest of the members are all of See You Soon will be going down, winning the position once again, and Run is just going to do what his name tells him to do so. Conceal play, using it right away, but it is going to be the Atlas making sure that the Fatal Links will go and stay, but the Beer's Passion, there comes the Winter Transition play, and it is going to be the Fanny still locking in and getting that Retribution play, but it's still the rest of the members of See You Soon retaliating. Run is still fighting, Felix is right there, and it is the Lord Take coming in from AUG3 in exchange of Yakuza and Boxy.
My goodness, that was so much that happened just there. And I gotta say, you've got to give it up to Lord Kid, right? He literally came from pushing that bottom lane out, visited the top to pop a little bit of damage, came around to get the Lord with the Retribution. Like, that is such a good play decision making by Lord Kid here.
Right.
And again, See You Soon is starting to slowly come back into this. They've lowered the gold gap a little bit. Run is getting a little more confidence, but he still needs time for those items because he's not able to pack enough punch just yet. But there's a little bit of hope here too. Felix is doing a great job on this Phoveus. He's just got to be able to continue doing what he does best, zoning those members out or following up. Because Ra is also getting to the point where he's starting to scale very well. Also picked up the Divine Glaive. But now with both turrets going down in the base, most likely this mid one's going to be going down shortly here. They have to be very critical on how they approach the next fight. The focus isn't the Lord because that's a couple minutes away. So if they can find a pick or just continue to buy time, let Ra get the stacks, Run catch up on damage, that's the best situation for See You Soon.
Yup, and this has been the story of the game for See You Soon. they're just waiting for Run and Ra to just be able to get the itemizations. You're seeing the orange objective being secured now by Run instead of Sensei, which is why the late game, they know that the late game is about to pose. Although the Little Water has been detecting Run onto the riverside, which is basically the reason why they will go back. Rizal about to get the position into that riverside, but no, it is not going to be happening onto the top side. Although Rizal was able to take that green camp minion, so it's still a good sign for them. But one of the features here that you have to always take note is Lord Kid, man. Onto the bot side, doing basically God's work and just being a nuisance to what See You Soon wants to do, which is to fight them in terms of team play. Because let's be real, man, AUG3 at this point is gonna have obviously a hard time trying to finish this game, most especially because Run and Ra are starting to skill and get their items done, as you mentioned from a while ago. And they also have the crowd control that would pose a lot of problems for the side of AUG3 if things don't go right. And the only right thing that they've been doing so far, I'm speaking about AUG3, is to just wait for the right timing for them to be able to commence. But a pick-off might just happen here, and it is going to be the Uranus going down, so more boosted confidence for See You Soon.
Big pickup there, right? But still, Lord Kid doing what he has to do, pushing that lane in. AUG3 can actually still go ahead and start with this Lord. Not sure if they want to commit to it just yet. Lord Kid's going to go ahead and take the purple buff here for See You Soon. And right now, even though they're down Rusty, it's not that big of a deal, right? Rusty, Uranus, you don't have to worry too much about him. I mean, he's going to be fine, right? They're going to be fine even without having that because they still have Razzle, they still have Zevtizi, and the real-world manipulation. So still, it's very difficult for See You Soon to actually get an advantage here in fighting unless Boxy can really find a nice setup here. Sensei can kind of just chill. He doesn't want to go down because if you lose that Retribution, you almost pretty much give up that Lord. So they got to be careful here. It looks like they're going to go ahead and start this one up. Lord Kid is on that bottom portion of the map. Right now, See You Soon even wants to be very careful with this now that Rusty is back alive here. But look at Razzle and also look at Lord Kid.
Oh, it's from behind, and it is actually going to be the Bloody Hunt taking the 1-1 out. Good positioning and an immediate retreat, unless Lord Kid is actually going to do something about it. And Sensei catching up to the rest of the members in. Felix unable to pick one off, and with that pick off, it's a clear win for AUG3 Esports, man. And Rusty apparently is not yet done. So is Rizal. Will they be able to pick one off this time around? And the answer might just be no, because they will be going out and about. And what incredible pick-off, man. That was a crucial take for the side of AUG3 Esports, and it's just Rizal, man. He's on his A game right now.
Said you gotta really be careful of Run. You gotta watch your gold laners, right? And I mean, how do you even protect against that, right? Because he just got completely cut off, and if Rizal picks a target, uses the Bloody Hunt flicker, flicker Bloody Hunt, it's difficult. How do you play against that, right? Yes, you do have those abilities for 1-1, but even then, Lord Kid was there to back him up, and now mid lane getting pressed in here. Lord's still going to be up. This is the final push in.
Yup, inhibitor has been destroyed here. Real World is going to be there at the same time. The Lord is chunked down to 75% of his health, but no, it is going to be Felix Boyloy just trying to basically zone out a Lord Kid, which is why the assistance is going to come for the rest of the members of AUG3. Bot time for See You Soon, and it is absolutely fine because they were able to defend, and this is again a valiant defense. Popping off the immortality though, Sanguine Claws is going to be right there. Fatal Links at the same time, and Astaros Eye to catch them all, but the demonic force is not present for the rest of the members of See You Soon, which is why Zevtizi back at it again with another kill on part of the list, and the heavy spin will not be able to hit Yakuza. That was a beautiful Purify skill, conserved and preserved, as it is going to be another pick off and take for Rizal, man. This is Rusty just sustaining the damage coming in from the side of See You Soon, and AUG3 just landing the hooks, and it is going to be Run being able to pop off the crossbow of Tang and landing it off to Rusty, and at the same time the Uranus at the same time. It is going to be the double kill coming in. They're turning things around. Shutdown for the Sicilian. See You Soon is alive and kicking. Lord Kid, the only AUG3 Esports player alive.
What a just turnaround there from See You Soon. And I was just going to say, I was going to commend AUG3. They made amazing plays there. And then all of a sudden, it just fell apart here. Again, look at Ra. Look at the positioning he's doing. Look at the bat impacts he's landing. Yes, a run, used that crossbow of Tang. Yakuza nullified that out with the Winter Tronchid, but unfortunately, Felix here just being in the face of Septizi and everyone else. This could be the turnaround they were looking for as they get turret after turret. Space, this is troublesome. Oh, forcing the flicker. Here comes the Lord Kid, though.
Yup, Lord Kid, and an incredible bloody hand play, man. Coming in from Rizal to save that turret. That was an incredible shot that they made to at least conserve and preserve the turrets that were remaining.
This is the problem, though. They only got 2 turrets, right? Lord is now evolved. It's up here. We're at the 20-minute mark. Bottom and top lane, tier 1 is still up there. They don't have much space to work with. So see you soon. Most likely we'll have to just give this Lord up once again. Lord Kid's not even there. And they're going to have to find themselves defending again their base. But this time, a much more charged up, evolved Lord to deal with, plus those minions. Let's see if they can actually pop off one more time, because honestly, that last defense was great, but it was also a mistake on AUG3's part. So they have to continue to defend here. Ra is a big component to this. It's good that he has an immortality too, because he needs to be staying alive, getting those bad impacts off, displacing people with the Sanguine Claws, and that's why you see these defensive items being picked up by Septizi. I'm not sure if he decided to switch out the Wind of Nature, if he has that with that immortality, but these are big pickups. You can even see Rusty picking up that Winter Tronchid, right? They need to last a little longer, especially if that crossbow of Tang is popped.
Hold on, it is going to be the concealed play to start that fight, but it will be out for naught. So AUG3 is absolutely fine with that because the Lord is already here. Conceal already committed, and Rusty starts the party. It is going to be the side of AUG3 onto the backside. Meanwhile, the real world manipulation with the Fanny into the mix, popping off the immortality at the same time. It is going to be the Winter Tronchid being used here, but Lord Kid and Rusty is still right there. Felix being able to fend off the Fanny, and it is still see you soon holding on for dear life. And AUG3 with one hero down, they have to go back out. This is the difficulty of having a 1-1 in Sicilian in your lineup. The wave clear is ginormous, and they are still hanging on.
Like I said, man, they have great clear potential. If they want to just defense in their base for a while, they can. And at this point, they're just going to keep scaling, especially Raw. So Lord Kid has to start focusing on how am I going to get Raw out of the picture? Because if they do get Raw, then they lose a ton of damage, right? They still have run, but they have a lot of items here. And now you can see you soon actually want to make the play here, forcing space. They need to get these bottom or top turrets down. That's really what they should start doing, focusing on. They want to take these buffs and everything else, but they need to get these other side lanes taken care of here.
But honestly, it's also a good choice for them to take out the Fanny purple buff because it has been one of their problems. Fanny would usually initiate in terms of the team fights, but this time around, it's no longer going to be a problem for them because they won't see the Fanny just doing the side pushes that they've been continuously seeing and taking a headache over, right? So now, it is going to be the rest of the members of AUG3 Esports assisting Lord Kid this time around to be able to take and get that specific jungle position, which is going to be the orange objective. But see you soon. Caught to the chase. So once again, being able to secure that on their own. Sensei going to be here in the push, but Lord Kid knows that what's about to happen as the heavy spin is going to be there at the same time. So now that the Fanny is out of the purple buff, it's now going to be up to Rusty to be able to do what Lord Kid has been doing a while ago, which is technically to continuously side push, right? So now the Lord has spawned at the same time. Fanny and the rest of the members are away, but you also have to take note though. Septizi and Rizal are on the top side, and they might be willing to give this away for the side push.
Going to look for a play if they can. If not, I mean, they're just trying to get some information here too, because that wave is going to be pushing at the top. So See You Soon has to be careful with this, right? They can't let that wave just continuously push in. Someone's going to have to clear that. And that's, I mean, Sensei's even just chilling there, right? And look at the patience coming out from Razzle and Septizi. They are waiting to spot somebody. Unfortunately, Sensei, he's going to go start those minions up. No one's going to commit to the Lord just yet. This is a push and pull between the two teams because even given that lead that AUG3 has, I mean, even in terms of the turrets across the map, if they lose here, if they lose this team fight, that's going to be game for them. So they have to be very critical on what they decide to do. Lord going to be about half health, should reset here because the junglers aren't even there. So there you go. The pokes are here. Lord Kid now there too. Sensei's still there. Look at the patience once again. They're going to be looking to possibly try to catch Sensei out, but I don't know if he's going to fall for it. They're waiting for that buff to come up as well.
Yup, and they clearly know that 2 members of AUG3 are not in the Lord base, which is why they basically want to go for the team fight. And Lord Kid this time around will be part of the action. And actually, it is Sensei finally going down, and so does the rest of the members. Wait, he somewhat changed his mind and says, hey, I really feel like they're here, bro. I'm not gonna go away, and I'm not gonna let this go because this is gonna be absolutely vital to our win. So this is the waiting game, Naisu. This is the super crucial. If there's something crucial about the tournament, this is the most crucial that we've had in terms of the games because they're absolutely being patient. They're not forcing any form of team fight. And just look at Rizal and Sensei on the minimap right now. They're just not moving, man. They're inspired by the script. They're the men who can't be moved, and they just want to continue to pursue basically this Lord that would just go back and forth. Like, the Lord even is confused already. What's about to happen in this game?
Well, we're 26 minutes in. We just saw Rizal stay there for about 4 or 5 minutes, so they were looking for something.
Like, I'm good.
Unfortunately, nothing turned out of it. Sensei's panda senses were just tingling, basically, right? He knew that they were there. Something was up. This orange buff's looking a little sus, right? So he doesn't commit to it. No kill converted there. Lord continued to be juggled around. And again, now both junglers are one versus one up top, right? Because they can't let that wave push in too much. Again, they don't have the bottom or the top turrets down. Those tier 1s are still up. So that's why we're seeing this, like this indecisiveness right now. And again, it's going to come down to whoever decides to pull the go signal on this. But now we can finally see both junglers rotating down here to that Lord. And pretty much everybody's got an immortality, right? Let's see if they actually give this one a go. Rusty trying to get some vision here. Rizal not going to go down there. He's actually just going to go and probably take that orange buff as well.
They're going to do it again.
Here we go again.
They're going to do it again. Although it's going to be Rusty just trying to get that stag in. But there's 3 heroes on the top side. And they might just be able to do this because the rest of the members of See You Soon are now backing away. But will the damage actually be enough? Because slowly but surely, no, the Beatrix was actually the one taken out. And it is going to be the double kill coming in, man. It was supposed to be a good play. But Lord Kid and Rizal even saved Easy and Rusty went down. So 2 heroes coming from the side of AUG3 will be the ones to remain in this specific matchup. And See You Soon want to finish this one once and for all.
What was the decision? What was the shot call? That just cost them the game here. As they were bouncing around, See You Soon now looking to end the game, Sona.
Yup, and they might just be ending the game because right now they are locking on the turret, and after a long while, it is See You